How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Dockside up in this piece. New brewery to me. This beer comes courtesy of my boy Corey, and this is their Good Weather Gods. Yeah, this is a Helles Lager coming in at 5.0%. Don't need to say the zero. He sent me off a bunch of beers, some mystery, some not. This would be one of those not mystery beers, and it looks like kind of like this place might have its own kind of candy line maybe or something like that, because it's like a generic 16-ounce can. And then they put that little label on there, so kind of like the logo. It reminds me of something like a video game, something or other. I don't know. Anyway, that is clear AF. I mean, you're talking about lager, you're talking about Helles, has the coloration going on it. The head dissipated really quickly, but I just washed this glass because that could be this dude, not the beer. Man, that is clear. When you see these breweries that you never heard of before produce a lager this clean and clear, kind of impressive. And like I said, not much of a head on it. Stick around a little bit longer when I give it a swirl. So let's chalk it up to this guy being me. And what I mean by is maybe I left a slight residual of soap in there or something like that. Just killed that head off completely. When you give it a swirl around, it kind of comes back. So let's get a nose. Grainy, man. Like super grainy. Almost like non-alcoholic grainy, which is my favorite kind of graininess. But like wet cereal grains, wet, like almost like a little bit kind of like mashing in, warty kind of graininess to it. So it doesn't really smell like your traditional Helles for me. That graininess is a little bit too kind of undercooked, a little bit too soft, a little bit steamed kind of graininess, as opposed to like a little toasty, crackery maltiness, a little bit of robust kind of maybe even touch of caramel vibes in there. Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. It's just the grain comes off a little bit doughy. Let's dive in. Cheers. And that's kind of how it comes off in the actual taste, too. Not nearly single kind of note, though. There is a little bit of toastiness there. There is a little bit of cereal grain there. It is a little bit of roasted grain there. Coming off like a toasted biscuity kind of thing. But there is a big doughy component to this, so that's definitely there. There's a nice bittering on back of it that is very much welcome. It adds a counterbalance and something, I don't want to say something overtly negative is distracting from the doughiness. That's what it's doing, though. Mouth feels okay. Comes off a little bit hefty, a little bit flabby. Just kind of missing the mark a little bit. Just, not even just from a Helles standpoint, from a lager standpoint. Comes off a little bit like a cold fermented ale. Like I said, a little bit flabby. Those grains come off a little bit kind of undercooked. There's good things to be had here. It's clean. There's no off flavors. It does kind of redeem itself a little bit in the malt side of things and the taste, and definitely brings that kind of apt kind of belonging kind of bittering there. But it just comes off a little bit, probably a little twist here, a little temperature fluctuation there, that kind of thing. It just comes off a little bit mixed bag. Let's put it that way. So yeah, not a horrible beer, not a negative beer. Same time, just kind of misses the mark for me. Not just from a Helles standpoint, like I said earlier, but also just kind of bringing those delicious kind of lager vibes. It just kind of misses out. Is this one of the better Helles I've had as of late? No. But I'd be curious to try this at the brewery. See if maybe the can had something to do with this, or try a different iteration of this and version of this. Value and availability? No idea. No idea about Dockside. Corey, let me know what's what, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like breweries trying to do good things, listen. If you're talking about breweries making lagers, let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, the breweries are trying to do proper lager, need to be propped up, need to be charged. And that's what this brewery is trying to do. And let's put it this way. I go to Dockside Brewing. I walk in there. House is on draft. I'm trying it. Let's put it that way. So keep it at that. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Burps. Let's see. Down there if you want to talk about it. Let me know if you've had this beer. Be curious to see what you guys think. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little Helles right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.